I'm Aaron, and this is Cult to Cinema. And I did not know exactly what I was going to make this video about tonight, to be totally honest with you. I had a couple ideas. I was going to do a Mill Creek video. I was going to do part 2 of my slasher video, but those are going to take a bit more work. So, unfortunately, those are coming up in the near future. So what I decided to do today was look at some of my, do a kind of a bit of a deep dive into some of my Blu Ray collection. And unusually we're doing none of the, there's no boutique labels in this one, I don't think. There's going to be some interesting stuff. Hey there, Mark. Welcome. You're the first person to say hi. Hey there, Chris. See, I said I was going to make one, Chris, but I got sucked in. I got to do it. So the last 24 hours, that's been all crazy. Hey there, Dave. And I wanted to make like a video just to chill and relax and chat and stuff. So I hope you guys like this. Pretty good there, Mark. Hopefully, so it hopefully stays that way. So what I'm doing tonight, I'm wearing my Conquest shirt tonight for because I like that crazy movie. Hey there, Brian. Welcome. You got it right at the beginning. Hey there, Alan. So I just thought what I'd do is I take some of my regular DVDs, Blu-rays, and I'll go through some of those exactly, let you know why I have them in my collection, like if there's ones that need to be upgraded, which ones I'm going to upgrade. Oh, pretty good so far. I got past. I made it through Wednesday, so if I can make it 2 more days, that'll be good. I'm expecting something tomorrow, hopefully, and it'll show up. And if it does, then we'll be making a video because I don't know what it is. I'll be unboxing it with you guys, and we'll be finding out then, like what that secret release is that I have coming from one of you guys, from Ryan actually. So you want to just dive right into it? Hey, well, welcome to the cult. John with glasses. So say hi to John, guys, because this is how we do it here in the cult. So this is a pretty tame one tonight, John. So is not so much one of my and we can kind of like workshop this along the way, but I did want to make a video tonight, just kind of a fun one. So I normally go in, I'll look into my boutique labels, look at my Scream Factories, my Arrows, my Vinegar Synonyms, my Severance, stuff like that. So I did get like a lot of play, and I don't go into my regular stuff a lot to kind of talk about. And I think one of the great ways. Nice, I'm glad they like third one. Hey there, Elvin. One of the great ways to figure out somebody is to look at the movies, look at the movie cabinet. And you know all my other stuff. So I'm just going to go through this random order. If there's anything you want to talk about or you want me to kind of like expand on, we can do that because it's pretty free flow tonight, and I wanted to keep it that way. I wanted to make it easy. I wanted to make this a nice, relaxed video because I got an unboxing to do tomorrow, and that's more on point. Hey there, Soul. So I'm just going to randomly pick some stuff. Here's a company, and here's some of their stuff. Now, I want to do a complete video on this company, actually. This one actually is a company that I got here. But not all their stuff, obviously, only just as a handful of their stuff. And I really, really like what they do. They went they started on the bottom and they kind of made it to the top. And that's Mill Creek. So I got a few Mill Creek releases there, some like kind of some of my fun ones. And they do put out like a lot of cool different stuff. And it's a good way. Hey there, Mike. It's a good way sometimes to dip your toe into stuff before you dive in deep. A lot of times they put a lot of horror releases and spaghetti westerns and some they put them at budget prices. Yes, please hit that like button. That is much appreciated. Thank you, Dave. And I wanted to just go over a couple of these, and we'll go through with stuff as we go along. And if you got any questions, anything you want me to stop on, tell me, and we'll do that. Was I able to dive into my Al Amson collection? Good question, Mark. I've got to watch the documentary, and I'm not sure where I want to start with it. I got my the day after I showed it all on here. I received my replacement disc for the stewardesses. Disc 8. It came the next day. I was extremely impressed with that. I am right now very impressed with Severin. I have an update on Unobstructed View, and I have to give those guys super props because I let them know that the release came afterwards. The one that I'd ordered afterwards came, and the one that I'd ordered before looked like it got lost in the mail. Without even a hesitation, I got an email back, and they said, "Well, it looks like it has gotten lost. Sorry about that. We'll send you a new one, and we'll make sure you get tracking information." I now have tracking information for that item as well. So that item is supposed to be showing up sometime early next week. So Unobstructed View, really good to talk to, and they get back to you really fast. I will order from them again. Hope probably once this whole craziness goes away and Canada Post works again. Well, kind of works again. All right, here's a couple on Mill Creek ones, and we'll talk about stuff along the way. Don't feel free to. This is a pretty free flow video. Ask questions, talk about anything you want to. There's a lot of releases that were announced recently, stuff that are coming up. That's coming up there. I saw online, and you might want to grab this where you can. If you're in the United States, hey there, Alan. That Amazon.com had Pitch Black, the 4K edition, the Arrow edition is coming out in 4K, for like, was it like $10 or $20? So it was like super cheap. So if you're looking for that release, you can really get that one like super cheap. Hey there, Amy. We're doing random stuff tonight. We're doing random videos. Well, random Blu-rays. But there'll be some cool ones along the way. And I don't know if any of these here out of print, because like I mentioned when I was asked that before, I have no idea on that stuff. Never Coach Trini. But let's go through. I don't think any of these Mill Creeks are a brand. But we got a few different things here, and we'll see. We'll see what's here. So this is a spaghetti western double feature from Mill Creek, and it is the Grand Duel and Kyomo. And I do, hey there, horror boy, love spaghetti westerns. I try to get as many as I can now, because I realized I was going to do a video with Jace. We still haven't done it. I'm such a slacker. And on westerns. I said, okay, I got to get more westerns in my collection. I have hardly any westerns. So whenever I see one now for a decent price, I try and pick it up. And I would like to get, like, if there's upgraded versions of these out there, I would like to upgrade both of these, actually. So that's the Grand Duel and Kyomo. I love spaghetti westerns, Mark. I'm the same way as you when it comes to that. Road Games is excellent, man. And Mr. Sardonicus and the Brotherhood of Satan. Because, you know, cheesy horror, it's my thing. Like, it's been like, what, has it been like 6 months or something like that now? That's about I am this stuff. But I will eventually get there. I will. I just have to watch a bunch more westerns. Because I eventually have to do a talk about westerns anyway. That's one of the most requested things on my channel. So I have certain things that get requested a lot. And westerns and slashers and stuff like that. That's one of the things. I am ready. Don't know. See, that's the thing. I got to get more. I got the Sartana collection, which is a good start with those. And of course, I got the Ringo set. And I got a few different ones. You'll see as I go through here. Because I got a couple more. Hollow Man and Hollow Man 2. Hey, Danuge, welcome, man. Hollow Man and Hollow Man 2. Good, Bad, and the Weird. I don't think I've seen that one. 4K. You going with the Arrow one? What are some of my favorite Criterions? My all-time favorite Criterion. Where's it at? See if I can reach it. I'd bring it over. But I think, well, Sweet Small Success is up there. Mulholland Drive, I really like. But my favorite of all time is, it's not really a, and I'm not going to include box sets. We're going to go with the regular stuff. I'll mention Criterion box sets another time. Yep, on Friday apparently from the tracking information, Danuch. So I'll be unboxing that here on Friday. So make sure you're here for that. But Kiss Me Deadly is my favorite, like, single Criterion release, because I just love that movie. I really love Kiss Me Deadly. It's an excellent film, and if you've never seen it, hey Kobe, welcome, man. Oh, nice. What did you get? What Vinegar Syndrome did you go for? I'll go through this and you tell us. When a stranger calls happy birthday to me, of course I've upgraded this. I really would like to see this baby upgraded. I want a really good release of. Oh, I got happy birthday to me. Wait, I got both these upgraded. So I do have these upgraded. I'm not sure if the director's cut is on here. Let's see. Yes, it is the director's cut. So this is the director's cut on here. First 5 VSAs, nice. Angel box, Anvil box, and some slipcover stuff. Oh, wow. Me too. I'm excited about that. Are you getting anything from the Severin sale, guys? Did you see what they announced for the Intervision title for Severin? Has everybody seen that? Because that is crazy. That is crazy. It looks insane, and it's kind of like, oh man, I kind of want it. And it's called, was it Frankenstein and His Pals? I think is the name of it, and it looks kind of nuts. It almost looks like something you see on like a Saturday morning with like those really cheap Saturday morning type of deals. I have no idea what it is. I have never seen it, unless it's put under another title that I don't know. But it doesn't look familiar from the cover. It's kind of a pink cover. Snow White Tale. That is a good movie, actually. I will definitely pick that up. I actually really like that one back then. I haven't seen that since VHS days, by the way. But yeah, I would definitely grab that. Mill Creek does put a lot of good stuff. Now, you find a lot of Mill Creek stuff on Heath's channel because he talks about that. Now, I would love to have Mill Creek send me stuff because they put out some nice stuff, especially those Ultraman sets. I want those so bad. I so want those Ultraman sets. Favorite Criterions: Blow Up. I love Blow Up. Last Empire, La Dolce Vita, 8.5, Seven Samurai. Trust me, there's probably more. You are like a Criterion guy. New Kids. I love this movie. This has Lori Loughlin, and of course she's from like Full House, and a bunch of other stuff. She's in the movie Rad, so if you got the movie Rad recently from Vinegar Syndrome, or you got it coming, then Lori Loughlin, and she is like super gorgeous. She's in this one here. James Spader is in this movie, and he plays the bad guy. This came out the same time as Tough Turf. And in Tough Turf, James Spader plays the good guy. I kind of think that, I don't have any confirmation, but I kind of think that the studios were kind of like trying to figure out exactly where James Spader was going to fit in their, like how they were going to push him. Was he going to be the bad guy? Was he going to be the good guy? So they gave him a role where he's like kind of like a really, really kind of sleazy, evil bad guy. And then they gave him the Tough Turf where he's kind of like the charming good guy. And it's pretty much kind of a similar plot. These two people come to town and they decide, and they're titularly they're the new kids. These bullies start to pick on them. And the guy that stars in this, actually, Shannon Presby. He didn't do a lot, like film-wise, afterwards. I think he went into like Law or something like that. I actually love Sex Lives Videotape. I haven't seen it in years, but I didn't know Criterion did it, but I would definitely want it. I definitely at one point I definitely related to James Spader a lot. Yeah, so I actually love that film. Danger Day by Lee is on Blu Ray from Shout Factory, and that's a cool film. Neighbors, because I love these like VHS looking releases with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, where pretty much they flip the scripts on the type of characters they play. Usually John Belushi plays kind of like the crazy character, and Dan Aykroyd is the straight man. And in this one here, I think one of the things that actually kind of like made them really want to make this film is they both got to do each other's roles, basically. John Belushi is the straight man with Dan Aykroyd as kind of like the crazier, like insane character. And I like that. I love the way that they worked that out there. Neighbors is a good movie to maybe to double feature with something like The Burbs, which is a strange little film that I actually love. Oh, definitely check it out, Amy. It's a cheap one too. Like this one is like one of those $5 Blu-rays you can find at your local Sunrise, or maybe you live in the U.S., maybe an FYE or somewhere like that. Videodrome is excellent. I love the Videodrome one, but I like the Videodrome from Arrow better. It's got better packaging. Like Criterion's is sexy as hell, but Arrow's is just like next level sexiness. So I have both of them because I love Videodrome. I'm not a fan of James as James Woods. I like him as an actor. I'm not a fan of him as a person, but I do like his films. And this is Vibes, which is one that my better half actually liked. This one came out around the same year as Fright Night 2 and stuff like that. How do I know that? Because Vibes and Fright Night 2 were part of a kind of a whole movie like thing done on done with Hostess chips, where they put out like stickers inside, like movie stickers. You didn't know which one you were going to get. You could get a Vibes movie sticker, you could get a Fright Night 2 movie sticker. I would love to still have those movie stickers. They're awesome. But as you can see, it's got Jeff Goldblum and Cyndi Lauper, and I did have a super crush on Cyndi Lauper. I'm glad you like the Arrow stuff. I'm sure like the Arrow Academy stuff was really up your alley when it comes to that type of stuff. Because you're a smart guy, Brian. And like something classier stuff. It's got some westerns from FYE. See, there you go. You're on the Western train already, Chris. By the time I do my Western video, you'll have more than me. So I'm not doing any of these in any particular order, but the way I see it, we can talk, we can chat, and if you see something there that looks interesting, let me know. Thank you. I'm getting there. Escape from LA. I got to upgrade this one when it comes. Is this out yet, or from Scream Factory? But I definitely got to upgrade this. I bought this one at a Dollarama. I got it for like, I think I got this one for $2. Oh yeah, Keanu Lober's putting some Eddie Murphy ones. Dave, I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan, so I definitely want that set. And I hardly have any Eddie Murphy in my collection. I think Somewhere I got To Hell and Back, which is kind of his life story, his time in the war. So this is fun. This is cheesy. I found this at a Dollarama. You can't. I mean, like Escape from New York, and I'll be bluntly honest. It's a classic, right? Escape from New York. It's a classic. It is top tier, like Carpenter stuff. Escape from LA is what you call a camp or cult classic, and it's going to be that. It's going to be campier and cheesier, and some of the effects aren't going to age as well, actually, as the earlier film did. But it's got like Pam Grier, and there's like the surfing scene. It's fun. It's like, don't go in expecting like Escape from New York, because you're not going to get that. And I think that really like what hits the film in a hard way. It's like people go in expecting, well, Snake Plissken and Escape from New York, and it's so gritty and real and like and out there. And Escape from LA is super cheesy and fun, but it is fun. And you do get your Snake Plissken again, and you do get Kurt Russell, and he looks to be having a good time during the making of the film, and that's the main thing. So it is one definitely to check out. Here's a double feature that I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched it yet. And people keep telling me to watch these films, by the way. So this is a Sinister Cinema double feature. I bought this at Sunrise, and I think it cost me like $6 at the time, and it is Tragedy Girls and MFA, and I have not seen either one of these films. Hey there, David. Even though everybody tells me I need to see Tragedy Girls because it is an excellent movie. Doing pretty good here tonight. I was going to trim my beard down tonight, and my better half looked at me and she said, "Don't do it." She said, "Your beard is finally like at a really nice spot. I like your beard right now." So I'm like, "Yeah, okay." But so, who has seen these films? Because I know some of you guys have. And do you recommend them both? Like, I don't know anything really about MFA that I can remember. Tragic Girls, everybody tells me that I got to watch this one. I got to bring this upstairs so I can watch it this weekend. I'll review this actually pretty soon. Let's put that aside over there. So, anybody got any information about those films? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Or just speak now. That's kind of a good thing. And Curse of Chucky, which I love. I love Curse of Chucky. I think it is probably one of the best in the whole series. Part 2 is my favorite Chucky film, but Curse of Chucky is definitely up there. If you want me to, guys, I'll actually review all the Chucky films. I'll even rate them, like from best to least. I'll do a whole Chucky-centric video, including the remake as well. But this one is like, spoiler alert. So this one is part 5 or 6. Let's see. Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3. Then there's what's the 4th one called again? And then there's the 5th one. See, Chucky, 6th one. It's the 6th one. I did not get my shipping notice yet. I'm guessing I'll get it pretty soon. I did like make my initial order, and I went back, as you guys know, and ordered something else. So I think that when I added to order, that probably like put it down a bit in the system. And I'm okay with that. As long as I get my order, it's worth the wait. I like cost. See, I know you're with the nooch, but we'll talk about it. Anyway, we'll do a Chucky. Tell you what, I'll watch the Chucky videos this week. I'll try to watch them this week. Maybe we'll do a Chucky video this weekend. Would you guys like that? I know I got one like on it. How would you like to dive into the Child's Play franchise? Especially with the TV series coming up. Well, excellent. There, we got something. I had planned an After Dark video. That's on the since that's gonna be for now. It's gonna be well before I get that done. You only seen part one? I would say watch them in order, Brian, because unlike a lot of series, they're basically done, by the same guy, much like Don Coscarelli with Phantasm, except that these have a structural narrative that follows through. Hatchet is the same way. You can't really watch the Hatchet. You can watch Hatchet movies out of order, but it kind of doesn't work as well. Child's Play, definitely watch them in order. That's true. The reason that Halloween took so long to get like a mega box set out is for that exact reason, because of the distribution for those Halloween films came from so many different companies that for years most of us thought that the only way we would ever see a Halloween box set was if we like imported something from the UK or somewhere from Germany, something like that, where they were probably like all released under the same company, or they could get away with it. Lord of the Rings TV series. We're hoping it's going to be good because my better half's a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I like it. I'm not the Lord of the Rings aficionado that she is. Like, she knows it. Like, if I ever do a video on Lord of the Rings, even if she doesn't come on camera, she's got to be mic'd up somewhere because that's her thing. My soul to take. A lot of people really hate this movie. Is Peter Jackson involved? Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I thought. Does anybody but me like this film? I just got to ask. There were things. This is a movie, and it's one of those movies where you're like, so much potential. Like, so much potential. I kind of dug this. See, most people didn't denooge. See, I'm in the minority when it comes to that film. And I know I am. Yeah, horrible. It's not the best, but there are parts of it that it has such a good premise. That's what I'm going to say. It has such a good premise. On new cast, Peter Jackson's not involved. Thank you, Ellen. I was not sure. So this is one that I hope down the road gets a really good edition, because this is a favorite of mine. Hills of Eyes 2. Did you get to the part where the dog had the flashback? Because my favorite scene in the Hills of Eyes Part 2 has got to be, like, everybody's having, they're definitely padding at the film. You can tell they're padding at the film. There's flashbacks. Every character that can possibly have a flashback that came back from the original are having flashbacks. And then it gets to the point where even the dog has a flashback. Hey there, Dungeon. And I cracked. Yeah, exactly. And wasn't that awesome, though? It's both insane and crazy and nuts and awesome all at the same time. Again, see, you should have learned from the first time. Oh, Dave, yeah. See, Wes didn't want to do Hills of Eyes 2. It was kind of forced on him. So he had to think up the best plot he could at the time. He was kind of padding everything out, and he wanted to get scenes in there, and pad it at the runtime at the same time, and like show some of the best of the first film. And that was like at the, because you have to understand, at around the time that this came out, you know, VHS and stuff, they weren't, it wasn't so prevalent. People often wonder why you see a lot of those Friday 13th films and got the beginnings where they'll show scenes from the other films. That's because a lot of people weren't going to see these movies on VHS. They're going into the theater. And they had no, and sometimes, like maybe part two was their first time like seeing it. Like part one passed them by, and it wasn't like ripe for rental. So they'd put like all kinds of different scenes from the first film in there to kind of catch people up. And you know, I'll give him credit. He did it in a unique way. I really got to get that. Arrow put out a really nice set of that. Except the dog and go. There's no dog and Godfather 3 having like a flashback. Did you really? Did she like the film? Because you can let her know if you. I'm not sure if you're still in contact with her, but let her know. I'm actually one of the people that did like My Soul to Take. I'm one of the rare ones, but I liked it. Don't say the rare part. Dark City. I need this. Yes, Shock Treatment does have a Blu-ray release. I actually own it. I got a Blu-ray release from Arrow Video. They put it initially with two different covers, and the soundtrack. After that one sold out, and both of them did sell out eventually, but you may still be able to find them online. They put out a regular Blu-ray edition of it as well. So I'll actually go over in a second. I'll bring over my Shock Treatment one. I'll show you what it looks like, because it's a fun little film. It's like a personal favorite of mine, but not a lot of people actually talk about it. It's like this one, Dark City. I love this film. I remember watching this one on DVD back in the day when it came out, and I was enamored with the world. There's such good world building in this film, and this is the one with the I think this is the one with the commentary by does that have commentary? Yeah, Roger Ebert does commentary, right? Yeah, there's like a Roger Ebert commentary on there. I would have loved to have seen this in cinema because this is such a beautiful film. Yeah, a rare commentary by Roger Ebert. I want to see that get like a really, really good. If it has a really good edition, I don't know, but that's the only edition I have so far. So I have this one. I bought this one for like I think 50 cents somewhere, like one of those when my record store was having like a big sale and they had like a bunch of movies outside, and like everything was like 50 cents and 25 cents. So this was I know it's 25 cents actually. Salvage. I have not seen this yet, but it's got one of those covers. Read 3 comments above. Like Godfather 3. It's like Expendables 3. Yeah, well, Expendables 3, it's there. Well, but for the Child's Play movies, I do really recommend. You did send me Salvage. I still haven't seen this. I apologize. Is this the one? Wait a minute. No, I did see this one. This is the one where she keeps having that flash, where she keeps remembering stuff. I did a review of this movie. This is when you know you've got a lot of movies. Actually did a review. This was the first one I watched. I forgot the title. This is the one, if I'm correct. I actually love this movie. I can't believe it. Hey there, Richard. Because this is the one where she's like walking home. Tell me if I got it right. She's walking home after like being at like at work, and this guy picks her up, says that her boyfriend can't show up, and brings her home, and he kind of weirds her out. Yeah, and eventually she gets killed by him, but she's waking up and she's kind of reliving the murders over and over again. If you have not seen this movie, I can't believe I forgot this movie. I forgot the title. Is what it is, because and you know why? Do you know why, Danuch? Because they chose to, and I hate that they did this. See this here cover with the girl kind of like with the hand out like that. That is that like kind of pose usually with whether it's I call it the wreck pose really, or I guess the quarantine pose. You see it on so many movies. Like so many films have this kind of like thing, and this movie here is one of these super clever films that should. Yeah, I want a good release of this film. I want like Like, there's got some nice features on here, but I would like to see Arrow or Scream Factory put this out, because this is one that I did not know anything about. I hadn't seen. Danuch sent it to me and told me that I had to watch it because he said it was different. It was like, you said it was like another film, but it was better. Like Happy Death Day. You said it was like Happy Death Day, but it was a better version of Happy Death Day. I think this is way more serious than Happy Death Day. But yeah, I kind of want to watch this again. If you've never seen it, guys, and 100% definitely. Oh, the cover does have. I know. Definitely check it out. Again, thank you. And my memory sucks. So what's the one that I got for that? I know what it is. It's probably here too. We'll eventually get to it. But who here has seen Salvage? I know Danuch. I know you've seen Danuch. Has anybody else here seen Salvage? Like, in all seriousness. If you're a horror fan, I got to ask, have you seen the film? It's cool, Brian. I mean, one, I like the acting in it. Two, I love the way the twist is done. It's a bit of a gut punch. It really is a bit of a gut punch. Salvage, yeah, like it is like Danush. It is super low budget, but it is extremely well done, and it will definitely keep you watching. The twist goes in a place where I don't think I knew. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm trying to remember. I remember the film. Did you like it, Richard? But I don't think I got the twist. I don't think, or if I did, it was like really close to the end. Because it is a really good twist. And anytime somebody tells you, well, all they put out are sequels and all they do are remakes and all that type of stuff, tell them about this film. And if they haven't seen it, tell them to look up this film. Because anytime somebody tells you that the only thing they're putting out is like remakes and reboots and sequels and all that type of stuff, show them, say, people are making movies like Salvage. It's just, we got to go out and find them. And that's the thing, when it comes to stuff like that. I'm lucky that I had somebody that saw it and sent it my way, because I just wish, my biggest gripe is, again, the cover. Because although it makes a bit of sense, it's just so generic a cover for a movie that's not even remotely generic. And that's my biggest gripe with this here, is that this cover does not suit this film. This film deserves a fancier treatment. Eventually, I'm hoping, like maybe Scream Factory or someone will pick it up down the road. Doctor Sleep. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, that is what it's called. Actually, everybody likes their own thing. Don't ever feel bad about that, man. My better half doesn't watch horror at all, except the classic stuff. She watched that. And she is interested in Doctor Sleep. So, that's one that kind of like crosses that boundary, I guess. Okay, this is a triple feature one. Was this the ones I got for 25 cents? This may be one of the ones I got for 25 cents. I think. And it's Forget Me Not, House of Fallen, and Red Hook. Pretty sure this is one of them. If not, then I gave a lot to the kids. But yeah, definitely. Do I remember them? Nope. I really would have to watch them again. I don't remember either one of those films. And although I have the really good edition of it, this was the initial edition that came out, and I did like the fact that they put these kind of like these cover things with this slip art. Not bad. Maybe I got to rewatch them. Maybe I missed out on something. I think I saw Forget Me Not. I know I've seen that one. Last House on the Left, I bought it because it had this kind of... Well, I put this inside, but because I wanted to keep this in good condition. But I'm thinking of taking this out and actually putting it up somewhere. Because they did this like this year when MGM put out all these art cards. This actually isn't the cover. The cover is pretty generic. But they did like with this art card like on the inside of it. But when you opened it up, the art card came out. So I put the art card in the inside because I just thought it looked amazing. Spaghetti westerns are so fun. I gotta do a spaghetti western video. Okay, one of the series is that horror series that has the most inventive, like whether it be DVD or Blu-ray, they have the most inventive, unique, and really cool looking cases, and that's the Saw series. And I don't have enough of these in my collection actually. I got a few of them, but I would like to get like some of the gimmicky covers. So I got this one here. This is Saw the Final Chapter. I think this one was initially in 3D. Is this the 3D one? Maybe. If it is, I don't have it in 3D. I don't think. No 3D in this one. Nope. What's really neat is got all the deaths, all the traps and stuff from every one of the Saw movies in here, called like 52 Ways to Die, which is kind of cool. And I do like the cover. I do like this kind of like clear, like it's just kind of cool. You found the Final Chapter the worst one? See, I think if I had to go with one that I really didn't like, I don't know if I didn't like. There's any that I didn't like, but maybe part four. Maybe part four. The start of the Costas Mandalore, like Saiga. But there's a sequence where he, like in the one that I didn't like, that's totally salvaged by the end of the film. And basically, it's when the kind of the FBI agents, I think they're FBI agents, kind of discover, they have this realization that Mandalore's, because I can't remember his character's name, I apologize, is the killer. Like he's the guy that's kind of taken over. And he discovers it. Like you can see it, like their light bulbs go off in their head. And he realizes it at the same time. And he viciously kills them all. And he is so good. And he's such a beast and such a force of nature in that scene that it doesn't matter what happened throughout the rest of that film. Like that scene was just one of those scenes I will always remember in the Saw franchise. I will always remember that sequence. And it stuck with me, man. It stuck with me. It made me wish that we'd seen more of them like that. Unfortunately, we don't. We like in the next one, he's kind of like on the run type of thing, which is this one right here, right? Hey, Joseph, welcome back, man. You're late, but better late than ever, man. Evil Dead 2, the 25th anniversary edition. Well, I can't give away the twist to Jigsaw, but it does come after Final Chapter, sort of. But if you've seen Jigsaw and The Final Destination, you kind of got to know what the twist is, and I like the twist in both of those films. Although I think they chose the wrong person in Jigsaw to be the apprentice. It should have been reversed. I know why they did it, because people said, oh, well, this guy's got to be it because he's the perfect choice. Sometimes, you know what? Go with the perfect choice. Don't swerve us, because the other guy, not so good. But Keith Rennie, really freaking good. That's you. Not a problem, actually. I will contact you on it. We'll get something done soon. We're working on a dual video. Me and Danush have been trying to get one done for a while, but yeah, you had some camera stuff, you had some equipment things that you had to do, and which I understand because I remember the time that I had no microphone, and eventually I will get a microphone for my podcasting stuff, and we'll do that too. I'm going to get some podcasting stuff there, so that's why I'm going to talk to you guys. Are you going to? So probably shop talk a little bit. We'll probably Skype it, and that way, and you can put down your channel, and you can do whatever you want to. You can be all fancy. Make me sound good. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see the new one as well. Evil Dead 2. Brian liked this one better than the first one. See, I like the first one better. Did I already talk about Gone with the Wind? Actually, I haven't talked about Gone with the Wind in a while. I do love Gone with the Wind. I got a couple like different versions of it. I even saw the Scarlet one, and then I saw like the TV one, like the Search for Scarlet type of thing. Interesting film. It had a bigger budget, but it didn't have the scares. Like this is definitely very comedic based. Like Evil Dead scared me back in the day. There's very few films that actually really scare me, really creep me out. But Evil Dead was one of those films that did. And there, I can tell you right there, there's like a I can understand why. Anyways, I mean, like it's a classic, but it that I won't get into that stuff. But I don't. I didn't know it was removed. But helps make it better for you. Some people see that's the thing. A lot of people love Evil Dead 2 better, but there's a scene in Evil Dead, and it's after the girl kind of gets possessed. What are some of my favorite movies? One of my favorite John Wayne movies. Oh God, The Quiet Man is definitely one of them. And Sons of Katie Elder, for sure. What else have I got here? John Wayne. I got a bunch of John Wayne stuff here, but those two would come to mind. So I'm going to go with those two. The Quiet Man I really like. The Sons of Katie Elder I really like. That's one of my favorites. And of course, like True Grit. I like True Grit. Big Jake. Big Jake was fun. So this is a sequel, right? Yeah, this is a sequel. Well, remake. Let Me In, which is the remake of the original. Let the right one in, which I have here somewhere actually. And Maniac, which is again is a remake. Some people didn't like this. I thought it was actually pretty good. I appreciate the fact that Elijah Wood did it, especially because I know he's such a huge fan. Hey, hey, welcome, Andy Man. Yeah, it did scare me. That sequence, which I keep trying to say, and I keep forgetting, when she's sitting down by the door and she's doing that sing-songy voice thing, that scared the hell out of me. You want to know how much I got the jumbo Harry Potter set for? $20. Not a joke. Yeah, I actually bought a collection from a guy that was going away, and so there was a price decided on, and we went like so much per set. And if I bought a lot, then all the sets were gonna be like $20 each. Some are gonna be 10 if they're smaller. But yeah, Harry Potter cost me 20. So I didn't even know that set existed. And I will. They are very comedic, and that's the way they're meant to be, I guess. Like part two, especially part three. Part three is really comedic. But I love them all. I do. I love them all. I love the TV series. I like the remake. The remake is really good. But the first one, I saw it when I was young. And there's the thing. See, if you want to get a movie, if it's a film that you like, always remember that the best way to ensure that a movie that you like is going to be out there, got to buy the physical copy, because streaming services, they can take stuff out. Yeah, basically got stuff for free because I got so much other stuff with it. I got like my Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond collections with that. It was a long time ago I did the video, and I wasn't mic'd like I am now, so the sound is probably crap, to be honest with you. I'm still really surprised when people I get like comments now still to this day on like the really old videos, and I really appreciate that. Oh, I'm jealous, Dave. I'm so jealous. It follows. A lot of people didn't like this. I really like this movie. I thought it was unique. It kind of did something different. The Cowboys. A. Martinez actually was in that one. See, I didn't think it was terrible at all. I think it was like you can't beat Joe Spinell. There's the thing. You can't beat Joe Spinell. Joe Spinell, like he made Maniac. That like literally that was his idea. Him and he was a horror fan, and he so wanted to work hard on it, and he did, and he like encompassed the role. And you couldn't see the things you can't remake what Joe Spinell does. Certain films like you can't. So what you got to do is you just got to hope that your stuff, that if you're going to remake something, you're going to redo it, is going to be unique enough or different enough that it can just carve its own niche and just kind of just pay a little bit of homage to the original and just do its own thing. And I think they succeeded at that. in my opinion. Now, not it doesn't work for everybody, but in my opinion, I think they fairly well succeeded at that. And again, like I'm in a minority when it comes on stuff. Black Christmas, the new Black Christmas that came out. A lot of people like didn't like that film, but I thought it succeeded as a homage more, like better than the 2006 one did, because 2006 one tried to be a slasher, and the newest one just got the kind of the core of the film without actually having to go into any of the actual parts of that as well. I love Elijah Wood. I think he's a good actor, man. Ready for these? I've definitely got to upgrade this in the 4K. I hear the 4K in this is amazing, by the way. So this is Jaws. I just love Jaws. I have it here like a couple times actually, because it's one of my favorites. I see. I'm one of those people. I'm one of the only people. Like, honest, I'll be honest with you. I didn't like the Joker. I've danced around it a lot, and trying to like, because I know so many people love it. But everybody got their own likes and dislikes. It just didn't do it for me. It was, and I think I couldn't figure out why. But I think it's just that I do think that I didn't like it. I didn't. I wish I did. I wish I did, because I'm a big I'm a big comic book fan, and maybe that's part of the reason is because one, no time in that movie does he ever seem like the Joker, like no version of the Joker that I've ever seen. But then I think, okay, we'll take it as like a mental illness type of film, but then it doesn't do a really good job with that as well. But that's just me. Again, that's me. The one with Stefano DiMera, that's in part two. You're right. For the guys that don't know, Stefano DiMera was the main villain for years on Days of Our Lives. He would always get killed off, and he would come back. And after he'd die, like you'd hear a helicopter in the background, and then later on you know he's coming back because the helicopter was kind of the way to wink at the audience and tell them, Stefano may be dead, but he's not really dead. And when I say came back, I don't mean like he just got shot or he fell into like a pit, like he fell into this pagoda and and got crushed, and he got brain cancer, and he was shot and fell into this ice thing, but. But I get that a lot of people love the film. It just wasn't my thing, really. Jaws 3. New movie. No, I have not. It makes me think that maybe somebody like packaged it or something like that. Jaws Revenge. This time it's personal. I don't have Jaws Revenge, actually. Jaws 3. This has the 3D version on here as well. And I'm a big fan of 3D films, so I had to have that. That's the Sea Robot, man. So this is definitely not one of my better films in my collection. That's weird, man. 3D is pretty good. I mean, like, it's decent 3D. Not as good as when I saw it in theater. But actually, it's not. It's just decent 3D. So this here is not a great film. Exactly. Get Stephanie, you bastards. But I love the commentary in this. This has a great commentary. It actually kind of makes you like the movie a little bit more, because you can tell when you're listening to the commentary, the people that made this film were actually really big fans of Nightmare on Elm Street, as opposed to sometimes you get them where they're just cashing in. Not the case with that film, even though it was really problematic. There's certain things that I didn't mind about it. Ready for some full moon goodness. Blood Species 2. Blood Species 3. Blood Species. Subspecies. Blood Species. There. Now Full Moon can watch this video and have a whole new franchise. Subspecies 2, Bloodstone, and Subspecies 3, Bloodlust. They're doing a new Subspecies film, actually. So Anders Hove is coming back as Radu. I totally disagree with the 4K stuff. Have I seen Heathers? I love Heathers, man. It's one of my favorites. I hated the TV show, like with a passion. Sucked. But the movie, love the movie. For me, 4K, and it is a bit pricey. It's getting cheaper to get into. When 4K is done well, it is the closest that you're going to get to the theater experience. And you know that people say, well, you got to have this size TV or that, and people make all kinds of like things. And people go online and they'll say, oh no, like this, no, but no, it's 4K it's amazing when it's done well, and it's not just the picture, it's the color gamut, it is the audio. There's so much. There's so much, and you got to go in and you got to do it right, and you got to do your settings, you got to do all that type of stuff. But yeah, they definitely excellent. Check it for like check it. I wish I knew because there's some like really good videos that actually do a really good job of expanding 4K, probably better than I'm right now. I don't know if I have actually. I feel like I have. I think you mentioned it before. I feel like I have, but I don't remember right now. What's Jazz for? Yeah, actually, it's just not really. All they really did was they put in like it's Hell of the Living Dead, and they just put in like some kind of like some linking sequences in the film. It's really bad, but there's much worse reasons for not liking some of Full Moon stuff. Following Michael Caine to the Caribbean. Yeah, so the shark in that one, because you assume it's the same shark, right? Because it's following them, even though it goes from one ocean to another ocean. I guess the shark is really fast and just knows uh, some great shortcuts. All right. The first four, I got the box, of course, got the box set now. I'm hoping for that Scream Factory puts out a box set, but Friday the 13th, parts 1 to 4. And this one here, of course, is in 3D. The 3D on the Blu ray is better than the 3D on the DVD. So if you've only seen the DVD 3D version, check out the 3D. It's not great, but it's better than the DVD edition. There's great features on this. Part 3, yeah, it's one of my favorites, actually. The first 5 Friday 13th films are solid. It goes downhill when it becomes zombie. I do think it's real. There's just too much stuff leaked out for it like not to be something that's kind of hopefully come to fruition. Me too. Was that not the greatest 3D, Dave? Like in all seriousness, the 3D on Friday the 13th. If you got to see it in theater, because there's no comparison. I mean, it was really well done. It came out. I Yeah, I know. We finally got new Synapse news, right? I do have their old edition of Living Dead, the Manchester Morgue one. I will eventually upgrade it because I do like that film. But it's one of those, and I'll be honest, not one of those where I feel like I got to upgrade it right away. But it is a cool release, and it's nice seeing Synapse coming out with some stuff because the thing is, I don't know. Maybe it's just where we regularly get like Severin news and regularly get like Vinegar Syndrome news and Scream Factories and Blue Underground now starting to put stuff out on kind of a regular basis. Synapse kind of has fallen to the wayside a bit. That people don't talk about as much. They've kind of went down a bit, and I don't think it's like really their fault. It's a small company. They're all small companies, but this is like, again, it's a small company. They like really put a lot into into a single release, into the restoration process of it. Well, it's not a one-man, two-man company, I think, really. If it's still the way that structured the way that I thought it was. But yeah, like most of these companies are smaller. Vinegar Syndrome's not a big company. Like even though you see like the sales and stuff like that out there, no, like a lot of these companies here, these boutique labels are just actually like it's smaller places. Conjuring. I actually do love this film. Poltergeist the remake. I would love for them to hire me. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, even after Action Jackman tweeted, actually, that's the opposite, Mark. It's the older films that look better on 4K than like newer films. Newer films are done with a lot of times. Newer films are done with digital cameras. So you're only going to get so good when it's already been shot digitally, right? There's only so much you can clean something up before you're going into DNR territory. When it comes to an older film, if you got like the actual like if you got like the prints, the actual prints of the film, then that's when it looks really good. Not no, don't feel like you're being attacked or anything like that. It's just a conversation thing. Everybody likes what they like. Poltergeist. Is it good? Not really. But it's watchable. Mama, pretty good. I like Jessica Chastain, and of course this is based on the short film that was done first. I think the short film's on here too, actually. I'm looking forward to see I'm looking forward to see Rad. I want to see that in 4K. Frankenstein. I have multiple copies of Frankenstein. But this one is glow in the dark. So yeah, and it was really cheap. So Pet Cemetery, which I upgraded to 4K, and I'm glad I did actually. Much better cover on the 4K restoration. The stickers are so hard to get off. I really haven't tried hard on that one though. I really should. The Conjuring 2. So I have both of them on Blu-ray. I've got the Annabelle ones over there too. Like the Annabelle 2 film set. I gotta get the third one. I love the original Pet Cemetery. Creeped the hell out of me, man. And as a dad, like even more. This is one that I didn't know I had, and I said the story before, and I watched it on TV, like on maybe on Netflix or something like that, and I said, man, if I ever find the movie, like a physical copy of the movie, I got to buy it. And I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, I was like going through through movies that I bought, and I remembered that I bought a few recently at a flea market, and this was one of them, and it was the film that I just watched. And I was super impressed with this. Like, remember when I said Salvage is a great film? This here, too, is another really good film. I really enjoyed this, called Honeymoon. It's got Rose Leslie. You probably know her if you watch Game of Thrones. She was in that. She was the Waldling, the one that Jon Snow was in love with. Just a really, really good job. I really like this. If you've never seen Honeymoon, Danuch, if you haven't seen Honeymoon, check out Honeymoon. This is a good one. So this has a couple of my favorite episodes and one of my least. People are going to hate this, and I'm going to be honest. Rob Zombie telling me too. The cow sequence I cracked, and to the point where I had to like turn off the movie for a second because it was hilarious. And that being said, remember I'm like there's a whole there's a whole bunch of people that really love those films, and I don't want to get them mad because I like films that a lot of people don't like. So that's the thing. I haven't seen The Nun yet. Remember a movie you mentioned we're going to do a Blu-ray that is at a print series. I'm actually doing that's one of the things that I'm working on. I did the first one of those, so you'll be seeing more of those. What's my favorite movie? Black Christmas 1974. It's a movie that made me want to research other movies, and it got me into this led me down this rabbit hole that leads me to where I am right now. So Master of the Horse Season 1 Volume 3. It's got Incident on Alpha Mountain Road, which is one of my favorites. It's got Pick Me Up, which is another one of my favorites. It's got Dance of the Dead, which I really didn't like. And I watched it again and again, and I still don't like it. It does have Robert Englund in it, and I do like Robert Englund, but I just couldn't get into Dance of the Dead. If you could, then you are better than me. Killer Movie. Again, another one of those like super low budget like slasher films. I don't know if Chris is still here or not, but Chris, Killer Movie, slasher film. It's the most boring popular movie I watched. A lot of like regular type films that I don't. What really bored me? That's a really good question, you know. And I don't know if I don't have an answer right now. Killer Movie. Definitely check this out though. But a mainstream film has a better chance of boring me than a Z-grade film. Because I do tend to find a lot more that I love in regional horror and Z-grade films and cinema and stuff like that. And now that being said, I got a lot of Criterion, I got a lot of mainstream stuff, as you're seeing right here. See, I liked Chicago, but then I'm a fan of like Renee Zellweger, and that was her cutest. And again, and I did theater, and I did musicals, and I can't sing, but I did act in musicals. Killer Movie. Check this out if you haven't seen it. I actually got some actors that came. Kelly Cuoco, the girl from Big Bang Theory. We'll go with that. I totally agree with you, Dave. Now for some really good ones. These were sent to me too. And see, I'm going to remember from now on. There is Irrational Fear. This is another super low budget regional horror film done by Slasher Studios. And these were numbered. Like there's only like 200 of these done. Yeah, Slasher Studios. See, this is one of those that wasn't a big. It became like a cult hit, but when I was growing up, well, when it came out, Toys initially wasn't a well-liked film. But you ever notice that a lot of films that weren't initially really liked are starting to become like popular? It's like the hip thing to do, like the movie that wasn't liked before. So this is 130 to 200. It is hand numbered. And I actually dug this film a lot, actually. I do like this company. They also put out this one here. And this one is 159 to 200. And it's Don't Go to the Reunion. I actually like this one. I love slasher films. Chris, did you check out Slasher Studios films? What's a movie that I love that everyone hates? I got a lot, man. See, I like everything. Like everything from musicals to westerns to film noir. But I also like a lot of like Z-grade stuff. So I like a lot of these regional horror films. Like I think Don't Go to the Reunion is a fun film. I like Irrational Fear. Some people may not. I actually like Master of the Universe. I saw that one in theater. I like Flash Gordon. That's becoming a bigger movie now. But back when I was a kid, a lot of people didn't like it. Oh, God, there's so many probably that I like. And one that I don't like that a lot of horror people like is there's a director named Bill Zabob. Like that's it. I guess it's his stage name. But I really don't like his films. And I don't like the Serbian film. I really hate that movie. Oh, Hellraiser. Like I got better edition of this now, but this is the Anchor Bay one. This might be out of print. I don't know. People ask me what's out of print. That maybe. And of course, Pulse, because Pulse is cool. I like Pulse. This is like a PG one. Which I was the girl's cute in it, so I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be PG. But it's PG. Are the recent Hellraiser films any good? Nah. Yeah. I'm going to do a Hellraiser series, I promise you. Because I'm going to do, I can't call it Forgotten Franchise now because somebody already called it that. So I'm going to go on, I'm going to do the Chucky films this weekend, and I'll do the Hellraiser franchise really soon. But let's just say there's hits and misses. We'll get into it. Yeah, they had the guy that did all those like Netflix like rom-coms. chosen for the role, actually. Of course, here is Silent Rage, which is again is another horror film. I really like that. And another Mill Creek one. I was actually not a fan of Barry Lyndon, but like Brian knows that. Doug Bradley's a super nice guy. Here's one that's kind of neat. So this is Westerns Unchained, and it is 25 Western movies. Here you go, look. 25 Western movies. On one Blu-ray. So, not quite sure what the quality is going to be like, but it's 25 movies on one Blu-ray. You know, at the least, I can just kind of check it out. And apparently, although it's 25 movies on one Blu-ray, that's what I'm thinking, Brian, but they do say it's digitally remastered. Yes, well, that's the thing. Silent Rage is pretty much Chuck Norris in a Michael Myers type of film. So yeah, there's a killer in Silent Rage, and basically the concept of Silent Rage, and it's got a very bloody, very violent opening. And this guy comes home. He's staying at this boarding house, and he just snaps. He gets an axe, and he just slaughters everybody. Chuck Norris is a sheriff. Him and his deputy come, and they go to try to arrest him. He's killed. He's brought into the local hospital, the Morgan local hospital, where they're trying this new formula, this new serum. And basically, it brings him back to life, the killer back to life. They don't realize he's a killer. They don't realize, you know. And, no, those are like spaghetti westerns, Dungeon. But then he's like this unstopped, like, now he can kill. And he can't be killed. And Chuck Norris has to find a way to do it. And does he? Well, you got to watch the movie to find out. Did I see the... Oh, yes, I love the Daughters of Darkness 4K cover. The 4Ks come with the soundtrack. That's awesome. It's about time that the 4Ks come with the soundtrack. See, the other ones, that's what I think the big mistake was with the other 4K releases, is that you had to choose between the lenticular Blu-ray edition, or that came with the soundtrack, or the 4K, which didn't. And for the early ones, what I think the Death Wish, I love the Death Wish films. The first two especially. They become action films. The first one's really like definitely more serious, grittier film. Second one's sleazy as hell, but it's a fun film to watch. Though not for everybody. It's definitely that's a bit of a trigger film. If that's and Death Wish 3 is fun. I have to order things from the UK. Well, I order like my Doctor Who stuff. I used to order a lot of stuff from the UK, but I don't so much anymore because it takes a long time to get. I haven't looked at it yet, Mark, but I'm guessing why it's not going to be good. But I do want to. I initially, see, we had planned to move to Morocco, this year, and at this point, we're not quite sure if it's going to happen this year or not. But I'd planned to go. If I moved to Morocco, I was going to go to London, like in October. I was going to do my Halloween shopping there. That ain't going to happen now, and for financial reasons too. I don't think it's going to happen because it gets tight, guys. Friday 13th, Killer Cut, the remake. Love this movie. Some people didn't like the remake. Those people are wrong. It's a really good film. Though the ending, I don't like the way they did with the ending because it sets it up for having zombie Jason, and you don't want zombie Jason after just one film. You just got real Jason back. Texas Chainsaw 3D. I like this. This is broken. This one doesn't work. I cannot find a working copy. Eventually, hopefully, I'll find one because I really love this film. I got to meet Gunnar Hansen, and just before this film came out, actually, he was super excited about this film and his small part in it. And he was really excited because one of the things basically was that the guy that was playing Leatherface in this movie like really went to Gunnar and asked him for his help and like movement and like the psychology of the character and all that. And he was super excited to talk about it. Unfortunately, Gunnar passed away shortly after that. But such a teddy bear guy too. Vincent Price's House of Wax 3D. This is lenticular. Here, you got a lenticular one right now. This is really cool 3D actually. I like this one. I love this movie though. I super do love this movie. And I love the fact that the original mystery of the House of Wax is on here. So I love the original mystery of the House of Wax. Great film. I'm gonna heresy. I might like it a bit more than House of Wax 3D. I might. Just a little more. But it's a fun one. The Wolfman. Everybody hates this but me, but I actually really like this Benicio del Toro Wolfman. Yeah, I heard about the Cobra Kai cancellation. They're trying to find I heard tonight that what's the name? Hannibal. The series Hannibal. Remember that show? That got canceled a while back, and they're saying now that they're looking to try and get it back on the air. So that'd be cool. Wolfman. This is definitely Chris, very underrated, and very much if you like Paul Naschy stuff, very Paul Naschy feel to it. And I think people that didn't know Paul Naschy maybe didn't like that as much. Here's one. Which one is this? Echo Bridge. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Enough said, right? I told you it's kind of cool random stuff here tonight. It wasn't like now for people that don't normally come here, I normally talk about boutique stuff and like the big labels. I'm called Mr. Vincent for a reason, so you're gonna get a lot of that stuff on here. But I will soon be unboxing some Vinegar Syndrome stuff, so that'll be cool. I have one coming that I don't know what it is. That's like a mystery Vinegar Syndrome title. Who do I prefer more, Hitchcock or Kubrick? Hitchcock. If you're asking me, Hitchcock. Kubrick was a great director. Kubrick, you're gonna hate this. I apologize ahead of time, but some of his stuff's overrated, in my opinion. But same with Hitchcock. Now, obviously, each of them did their own thing, but I think Hitchcock is consistently more entertaining. That's my thoughts on it. Like even the best directors directed a few bad ones. Unless your name is Charles Lawton, then you've only directed one film, and it's a masterpiece. Good job on going out on a strong one, because man, there you go. Reanimator. I have so many versions of this film. This is the Anchor Bay one, Image one. This is the Image edition. I have the I've got the I got a few of these. I've got like Arrow Video, like steelbook of this and everything. But Reanimator, love this film. Watched it many, many times. Speaking of Kubrick, this is a Kubrick triple feature. It's got 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I have in 4K. This movie, like if you ever get a 4K system, then this in 4K, oh my god, oh my god. A Clockwork Orange, which I would love to have in 4K, and Shining, which I desperately need to get the 4K release of. But I love these movies. Once I get the 4K releases of these, I will probably give this to my kids, because everybody needs to have these 3 films in their collection. Actually, they're really, really good. Okay, here's a movie that's not so good, but it's all right, I guess. It's not very good, though. I'm not going to lie. There's a new one coming out. I'll see it, because I watch all the franchise, but and I love the case. This has a great case. So, there you go. Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell. So I expected, wow, there's going to be like a lot of there's going to be like a snow tremors. There's going to be in the kind of like maybe in the Arctic, or maybe like a lot of snow scenes. And nope. The idea, Cold Day in Hell, is a complete lie. Yeah, it really is. So, yeah. This should be snow trimmers. Look, if you saw this cover, would you not say, I guess this is the snow trimmers? Hey, Purveyor Film, I love your Instagram, by the way. Do keep auditions when I upgrade? Sometimes. I mean, it depends on the film. If there's like different features there. Now, if sometimes I've got 2 kids. So if it's a movie that I really think that my kids should have, then I'll pass some. If I get a new edition, I'll pass an edition on to my kids. Now, if it's a really great film that I think they need the great edition of, then there's then I'll look like when when Nightbreed came out. Scream Factory did this like limited edition of Nightbreed with like the 2 discs. So I got the limited edition one of that, and I knew that my oldest child would like it as well. So I got her that as well for her birthday one year, because it was a big expensive one with the box set. You remember the one, right, with the with both editions of the film and the book and all that. So yeah, I try to get them some stuff. I got them. They have like the original window box edition of Deep Red from Arrow Video, which is worth quite a chunk right now, actually, come to think of it. But no, I wanted them to have some De Argento in their collection. Last house at the end of the street. No, it didn't cost me $7.95. Actually, this was one of those cheap ones again too. But I don't remember. I saw it a long time ago. It had Jennifer Lawrence. That is such a great price. Candyman, if you don't have it, $9.99. Definitely pick it up. It's a great film. This is the one that was sent to me, and I love Joan Collins. I have a big crush on Joan Collins, and you know, because she's Joan Collins, that's why. And Revenge, really like. That's one I want to rewatch too. Dark Shadows. As a comedy, it's okay, but is it a good film? I don't have any of the Ultraman sets yet, Dave. It is sad. Mill Creek, watch my videos. Send me Ultraman. It was worse than Mad, but I'll give it some credit as comedy. But it was better in business. Well, I'm gonna go with Walt Disney. Like questionable or not, he definitely created an empire. This is not remake. What do you call it? The prequel to The Thing. It's basically the same movie. Basically the same film. But it's the film. It's what happened before at the other base, so it's different. For some inexplicable reason, they did really great practical effects for The Thing, the new one. I've seen footage of it. Pretty much everybody has seen footage of it. And then they went and they took all the practical effects out of The Thing prequel, and they put in digital effects, and those digital effects, they really sucked. And I don't mean like just a little bit of suck, as in like, oh, this is going to look a little bad down the road. But it's like, no, this looks bad now. Yeah, Syrup Midnight is how I offended about the Ultraman stuff. And I do watch his Ultraman. Oh man. When you want to find about Mill Creek and like releases like that, Syrup Midnight, great guy. Heath is awesome. Evil Dead. This is a remake. This is actually really good. I think there's a new one coming out, right? I've heard there's a new one coming out. Oh yeah, you haven't seen it yet? Yeah, it's on the channel now. For some reason, we had technical issues, so I come off center, like really off center sometimes. Sometimes I'm like this. But I think we had a good conversation. People tend to like it. I've seen the comments, and they were really nice, and I got choked up. Like, I'm a softie, and I got choked up reading the comments, and I wanted to comment back on them. I haven't got a chance to yet. Hey there, JR. But for everybody that said something or commented on Heath's video, thank you so much. You do not know how I was kind of bit in the dumps that day, and I was really feeling down for different reasons. And I went over to Heat's video and I read the comments down below, and and my better half had to hold my hand. That's the truth. It made me, it just cheered me up a bit. Here's the remake that is not liked by Dead Meat, but is definitely liked by me. I actually like this one. Julianne Moore does a great job as a mother in this version of Carrie. Some people think that like Chloe Moretz is. Yes, I have watched films at home. Yeah, I've watched so many YouTube channels. I watch your guys' channels. I watch all your. I watch Dr. Woofula. I've seen films at home before. Of course, Serial It's Shot, 13th Wolfman. God, man, and still, I have so much to catch up on. I was just worried I was going to come off like kind of. I was nervous. I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous. I like Shazam. It's a weird tone though. I mean, like it's like really goofy and fun, and then all of a sudden, there's demons like ripping people apart. Uh, the one thing that kind of like got me is so through the entire movie Shazam. I'm guessing that most people seen this by now. He's like working, like trying to figure out his powers, and ooh, I love Woman's Skull. Yeah, I'm watching those now actually, and because I'm gonna do a Woman's Skull video, so we'll both have ones out there. Stitch together pics. It sounds familiar. I'd have to check it out to know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I have. I like my dark corner of the sick world. That's pretty. That's good. Yeah, stay away from Clown House, man. It's not a good film. Hey Rebecca, welcome. Welcome to the call. Thanks for, even if you're just popping in for a second, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in, and I really appreciate it. And you may hate me, but I actually like this film. But Dead Meat did like a series on Carrie recently. He did all of them, like the remake, and he did like the 2002 TV film that was miniseries was going to be a pilot, and he did Rage Carrie 2. Which one never gets a Blu-ray release? Oh, that one. Yeah, I don't think nobody's going to touch that film, man. There's some people say, well, why don't they put it out? No, it's literally a crime scene. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be touching that film. And there's only one company that might ever do that. I love Andy Sedaris. He is fun. The way I like to put Andy Sedaris is like basically I got like I got it for $5 at Walmart in bin once, called the Girls, Guns, and G-String set, right? So Andy Sedaris, by the way, guys, is a director. I want to do a video on him actually. Him and his wife directed a bunch of films, and they're pretty much low-budget action films, kind of like a Charlie's Angels type of feel to them. The rest was like, no, but it's a good idea. I may take that idea actually and do it. Dark Force, that's what I was thinking. But Andy Sedaris and his wife Amy Sedaris made all these films. They had a lot of jiggle stuff, like big-breasted girls, and there'd always be like one or two, like at least one, like kind of pseudo-celebrity, and they're like an Eric Estrada or Ron Moss from Bold and the Beautiful. But they were like really fun. If you like actiony movies and just kind of like leave your brain at the door, then Andy Sedaris is fantastic for that. Lone from Cub are excellent. So, Insidious. Charlie's Angels TNA. That's what I said. Because I've watched some Charlie's Angels recently, and you know what? Like Charlie's Angels back in the day was, well, this is Jiggle TV, but Charlie's Angels gets dark sometimes, man. Last season, Charlie's Angels gets super dark. Would I buy an Andy Sedaris box set? I would. Well, I bought one for $5, but would I buy one to put a Blu-ray, nice looking box set of it? Hell yeah. Insidious scared me when I saw it. Certain sequences of it scared me. It scared the heck out of me too. Dead Calm, I love this movie. I got this on Laserdisc as well. And excellent film. Sam Neill, Nicole Kidman, Billy Zane. Perfect cast, perfect little film. Great little one there. If you've never checked it out, please do. You'll thank me for it. It's a really good film. 10 Cloverfield Lane, probably my favorite of the Cloverfield films. I'm not going to lie. Does the L. Amson set have Dr. Dracula? Well, see, L. Amson didn't direct Dr. Dracula. He directed sequences of Dr. Dracula. So they put in the scenes. that L. Empson directed on the box set, but the full film is not there. The full film, though, you can find from Vinegar Syndrome, which you can see once their site comes back up again. But I actually enjoyed this one. Dr. Don Knotts. Yeah, I love Don Knotts, actually. I'm a big Don Knotts fan. I still have some Laserdiscs here. I did a Laserdisc video once, like collection video. I thought, oh, this would be one. Like people will want to watch that, and nobody watched it. But but I do like collecting Laserdiscs, and every once in a while I'll grab a few. Lights Out. I like this film. It's not as creepy as the short film, because if it was as creepy as the short film, I wouldn't be able to watch it, and I would just be somewhere like having multiple heart attacks, because that movie freaked the hell out of me. Not that movie, the short film that movie's based on freaked me out. Mondo, New York, a long time ago, man. Well, there's a deep cut for you. I thought a lot of the Mondo films got released. I remember, well, I think it's out of print now, but I know Anchor Bay, at one point, I think it's Anchor Bay, put out like a big box set full of Mondo films. And Mondo, New York, I think was on it. I almost picked it up, actually, not recently, last year, when I was in Bay Street Video, because they had it there, and I couldn't believe it. They didn't have it there. It wasn't expensive. Like, it was an out-of-print box set, and I thought, oh, this is going to be like really expensive. I think it was under $20. Better Watch Out. This one surprised me. I really love this film. It's got like a Christmas card and everything in it, but this film, that kid in this film, all three kids in this film, great actors. Great actors. Two of them were in the movie The Visit. Some Doctor. I love Doctor Who. If you're a Doctor Who fan, those Blu-ray sets of the classic series, for instance, those Blu-ray sets that are coming out, bloody brilliant. One of my favorite documentaries of all time. I recommend this to anybody. It's a really good watch. It is fascinating. Trust me, you will watch this more than once. And it is Jodorowsky's Dune. It is great. This is a great documentary. And you won't realize until you watch it how many other films were inspired by this unmade film. And how much stuff was taken. It is so good. Here's one we can grab, right? Such a good film. There's no features on here at all. It's like a Sony Pictures Classic release, which means it's bare bones. Not even a commentary, nothing like that. Not even a trailer, actually. Session M is a good film. Yeah, I like Peter Cushing. I actually did. He was a very different Doctor, because his Doctor was like earthbound. But I enjoyed him. I enjoy all the Doctor Who stuff. The original Carry on Blu-ray. Of course, I got the Scream Factory edition as well. But I love this one. This was like the Canadian cover release. Some of us do. It's more of a UK thing. I watch a lot of UK stuff. And I grew up watching a lot of Doctor Who and Blake Seven. And my sense of humor is totally from the UK. I'm a Monty Python guy. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. But so I find that a lot of that slips in there, and I try not to do it too much, but I do. Sorry about that. Rolling Thunder. This is a good film. If you haven't checked this out, definitely a really cool movie. The Willem Dafoe, like Would Delayed Go On, of course, means soap operas, nighttime soap operas, but and Tommy Lee Jones, really cool revenge flick. If you've never checked it out, definitely a really good film. I find that it flies under the radar a lot now. This is the UK release of this one, put up by Studio Canal. I think, was it Scream Factory, Shit Factory, one of them, I think, put this out as well. But if you haven't seen Rolling Thunder, I gotta say, I recommend it. It's a great film. Just a few more left. I didn't realize it took so many films out. Yes, we do. Peter Cushing was my first Doctor was Tom Baker. And then I saw like John Pertwee afterwards. And then it was all straight through, like all the guys, because I was growing up the time Tom Baker was on. So, and then there were none. One of the many 10 Little Indians films. And I actually really like this one. I like the Then There Are None title better, actually. Yeah, a little bit of everything there. Thanks. I was really worried, Chris. Thank you for saying that, because I was super worried. about doing this video because I wasn't quite sure where I was going to go with it, and I said, "Is this going to be a good idea?" I love that. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Richard, was one of the very first DVDs that I ever got. It was my first Christmas present, the very first Christmas present for like DVD, multimedia DVD that I ever got was Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I got for Christmas from my mom. Actually, I love, and then there were none. This is a VCI release. I got to do a VCI video down the road because nobody mentions them, and they should because they put out some good stuff. If you listen to the recent like Jets of This podcast with Steph and Brian, Steph actually talks about a VCI release, which is really cool. So I won't tell you which one it is. So check it out. And they're I think it's in the to watch pile. The latest. I think that's the latest episode. Westworld. I love this movie. I love the fact that the pilot to Beyond Westworld is on here, which is more future world than Westworld, but I actually kind of dig this one. I worry that if I do too many collection videos, people are going to get bored with them. So I'm trying to do like different stuff, but I'll American Werewolf in London. Apparently, this is a lot of people's favorite like werewolf film. I saw that online today on a Twitter poll. So I do like it. It's a great film. It's got Jenny Agutter. I'm a huge Jenny Agutter fan. You're Next. Everybody loved this one. I was okay with it. I mean, I thought it was okay. Hey, Al, welcome, man. Oh, yeah, the Japanese language one that you're doing. Good luck with that, man. And congratulations. Great like song at the beginning of this film. But the family were so hateful, and I know they're supposed to be, but it just took me out of the film a bit. I hated the family so much. I loved the lead, but I hated the family. Lords of Salem. I will say this right now. Have I seen the Westworld TV series? Well, the pilot of it's on there, Beyond Westworld. Oh, I mean, the new Westworld TV series. I've got the first season here on 4K actually. It's Christopher Nolan's brother, right? That did that one. I haven't seen seasons 2 and 3 yet, but I have seen season 1. Yeah, definitely. This is my favorite of Rob Zombie's films. I think it shows that anybody that I've wondered as well, is he a bit of a hack? No, I actually really like this one. Yeah, I definitely agree. Extremely underappreciated. As much as I crap on like the Halloween films that he did, the guy's got talent, and there's a lot of really good stuff that he does, and I really appreciate that. I would love to see more Rob Zombie challenge himself and do more stuff like this, and less stuff like 31. Oh no, you don't have to like Dune at all to like Jodorowsky's Dune. It's just one of these fascinating documentaries and you're going to be, trust me, you will be fascinated the entire time through that documentary. You don't have to like Dune, don't even have to read Dune or seen the David Lynch movie Dune, because it is just one of those documentaries that everybody that likes movies, you got to see it, because you will not believe the other movies that it's affected. It's going to hockey. That'd be cool. See that? A hockey flick. I'd like to see that. Did you really? Get back, man. There's some cool stuff out there. Halloween stuff. And I like the bus. I like, everybody hates the bus rhymes. There's a movie that I liked that everybody hated. I liked Halloween Resurrection. I didn't mind Busta. Busta was kind of cool. He was this like super. He was Busta, and it was a super cheesy character. And there was so much wrong with that film, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I knew exactly what I was getting when I went in. I don't think there's any Blu-ray release I throw away. Excellent. Somebody that liked it with me. Sleepy Hollow. I'm kind of surprised this one hasn't got a bigger release. Because this is a good film. This is actually a really good film. Doesn't get talked about enough now, but back in the day, one of my pet peeves, and I think this was the day that I stopped watching, what's his name? Cinema, the Nostalgia Critic, right? So he did a review of this here, and he said is Sleepy Hollow really bad? I'm like thinking, nobody thinks Sleepy Hollow's bad, but he's like, you might appreciate Sleepy Hollow a bit more if you realize that there's a company called Hammer Films. And, and I'm like thinking at the time, you're the nostalgia critic. That's how the hell do you not know, or did you not know what Hammer Films was? How was that a possibility? But no, apparently it was James Rolfe that introduced Hammer Films to the nostalgia critic. Very late in life. Planet Terror. I love these films. I love the grinders. I want I want the one that has both of them together. I will gladly do a Hammer Films video. I love Hammer. I'm going to do some more Versus videos down the road. That people tend to like that one actually that I did. That's my favorite Rian Johnson film. What if I said Star Wars? I don't know. Let me think. I do like your stuff. I don't think there's one that I don't like. I'd peek. I'd have to cheat and just see. So this is a double feature, a Stone Cold Steve Austin double feature. It's a good introduction. Hammer Films. They have a hard time getting into them. Good choice. What do you like? I mean, do you like Dracula? Do you like... Where else? I mean, like, if you want like a newer type one that kind of has the feel of like almost like a superhero type one, there's Captain Cronus Vampire Hunter, which is definitely ahead of its time. Vampire Circus is actually really good. Yeah, Vampire Circus is excellent, actually. But if you want to get like some of their classic like Hammer stuff, look at the Frankenstein and the Dracula films. I would do a live stream on the one that I did with my dad. Yeah, because my dad's a huge Hammer fan. Like that's how I found out. That's how I got a lot of Hammer knowledge dropped on me. I would do a new Hammer live stream here in the near future, and we'll talk about it. Make sure you come back for it, because we'll talk about it. I'll get a list of Hammer films. So I got a wide collection of Hammer, and we'll talk about some of the best ones to get in different genres. Anything Hunt to Kill, because anything that's like a Most Dangerous Game, I like that, man. I'm into those movies. Let the Right One In, because you know I can't not have the original. But I would definitely do a video. I like Dracula stuff. I love Twins of Evil's excellent. The one that he did, Bride, Bride's of Dracula, great film. Doesn't have Christopher Lee, like really well done. And last but not least is I guess the only box set that's here. Got your Vinegar Syndrome order, your Scream Factory out of print order, and your Twilight Time order. That is some good stuff, man. That's some. For me, I got my Severin L. Adamson set. That's really good. I got a Danucci's Twilight Time's coming on Friday. And I'm excited about that. Romeo's Bleeding. I'll be unboxing that on here. One from Ryan is coming tomorrow. I don't know what it is, but it's a Vinegar Syndrome one. So that's there. And Toxin Obstructed View, and I think Monday or Tuesday, I'll be getting the box set that I'm waiting for. Severance sale is 26th to the 28th, I think, or the 29th. 26th to 28th or 29th. And this one here, if you do not have any of these sets, these are awesome. This is the Mummy, the Complete Legacy Collection on Blu Ray. Yep, they are dropping. Actually, they already have dropped DVDs from their titles. And they're only going to be doing Blu-rays. For like the DVD titles that are already DVD, those will be done, whether like Peak Rama DVDs or whatever. But they're not going to be doing like any kind of Blu-ray DVD combo packs from here on out, I don't think. Which is a shame, because I do like those. You got, see, I would love to have that set. I got the Coffin one that came out in the UK. Oh yeah. I don't know if she's. I doubt. See, my youngest's birthday is on the June 16th, so I don't think I'm going to be getting anything from the Severance sale. If I do, it's going to be very, very little. Oslar Mars is fun. I like Oslar Mars. So there you go. Oh my God, I have so many movies to put back. To the Amicus Tygon Tyburn video. Oh, yes, I will definitely. Those are 3 UK companies, guys, and I do like them. Shock treatment. Yes, I promised you that. Give me a second. I'll get shock treatment, and that'll be the. Are there any leaks? I haven't heard any leaks on the Fulci films. It's like, what's the name of it? Enigma is a strong possibility, but not quite sure. Oh, my legs hurt. My leg is killing me tonight, and I do not know why. So, I was asked earlier on if, oh, thanks. If there's a shock treatment release. Well, there is. This was a limited edition release. Ooh, Renegade Records. That's in. Well, of course, in Nova Scotia, because God, I gotta get over there. Oh, it's not gonna be a while. Man, I would like to get over there. So here we go. This is the shock treatment release that I was talking about. So there was 2 that were done. This is the I think this is kind of like the Cosmo edition. We got like, and of course it's got Jessica Harper, who I was in love with when I was young. And let's open it up and look on the inside. It's cool. It's really cool. Thank you, Richard. So on the inside we got Brad Majors. Oh, good luck on the Japanese lesson, man. You're gonna get there one of these days, man. And Little Nell is on the back, because I'm a huge fan of Little Nell as well. I had a big crush on her too. So when you open it up, you see there's 2 discs. So one of these is a Blu-ray, and the other one is the complete CD soundtrack to Shock Treatment. So the full soundtrack to Shock Treatment is on here. You get a neat little booklet. He would later go on to be Dame Edna, of course. But there's more. But there's more. There's also a Denton DTV sign. I'll check on that, actually. I want to see if I'm going to say it's probably Region B, but I'll check to be sure. So it's got to be DTV with Denton on the other side, of course, which that song's now stuck in my head, by the way. Thank you, Chris. You got to go? Well, I'll be going soon, but and there's cards as well. So you can do like this, or because it's a Rocky Horror type of world, you can always do it. Hey there, Bill. Like this. Fun to mix and match, right? Because you got Brad there. Let's see. Of course, you got Janet in her little black dress, which is going to automatically bring a song to your mind if you know the movie Shock Treatment. If you don't, it's really neat, and I recommend you check it out. So it comes out actually fairly easy. Is that the soundtrack one there? Where's it at? Yep, so see the compact disc right there. That's the Sanity for Today. That is the soundtrack. See, I keep my promises. I kind of want to watch this one too soon. It's going to be get it really quickly sales, so that's what it's going to be, man. There's the late, great Rick Mayhall there from the young ones. And I do think it's Region B. I'm going to check here now to be certain. But let's see. Yeah, it is a region locked release, unfortunately. If you have a region free player, though, or if you got like a Blu-ray player on your computer, and you can maybe like kind of rip it to your computer, there's a way to do it as well. Now this release, this particular release is sold out, I think. But there is of course, there's like a regular Blu-ray edition of this as well. It is a great little film, which you know because you asked about it. Anyway, it's that time again, guys. My name is Aaron. This is my movie library, and I kind of love it here. You are the cult of cinema. Oh yes, Event Horizon. I'm super stoked about that. Wasn't that my favorite movie, but I want to give it another shot. You're the cult of cinema. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Time for sake. Time for tea. And have a great evening there. Thanks for coming in. Hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you soon. Have a great night, guys.